Ah, we're live. We're live. We are.
We are live.
So what was the ish?
I don't know. Just
weird. Bit temperamental, was it?
It was a bit temperamental. So we'll see what it looks like on Facebook. There we go. That's pretty cool. Right, so welcome. No, we're listening yet. It's me or not? Who cares?
Sure, I'm.
How come you look? I met you in 2007. How come you look exactly the same you did in 2007? I don't understand. I think I'm all right, yeah.
It's not Botox, mate. Just do forgive me. I'm seeing if moving this Marq will help. Mike will help with the feedback I'm getting a little bit.
Okay.
So bear with me a second.
Yeah. It's hello, watching. We're just doing a little test here.
These are temporary studios.
Yeah, temporary studios. Have water instead of wine.
Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. If I can stop the mic falling over. Right. Oh, I see. You've got to have it completely splayed out. Pardon?
Facebook.
Yeah, I think I'll have to eventually. I just need a bit more room. Right, can you still hear me, Mark? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Cool.
Okay, there's about quite a little bit of a delay. If I wasn't.
Right.
Delay if people are asking these questions. Oh, I've got comments already.
Right. Is this on Facebook?
Yeah. Oh, it's Bob Mortimer.
I see why.
Bob Mortimer coming into my live. Oh, that's Bob Bickenbob.
Right, that's it. I've got it. I've got the comments now because mine was like default on private chat, but I've got the comments now, so it's cool.
Yeah, I thought you could. When I've watched them on other people's things, there's like 5 people in the room. I can all see them. So the problem I'm doing is looking at camera, looking at there. I'm not sure which one to look at.
Look what you like, mate. It's fine. We'll get the gist.
I'm splayed out, according to Bob. Thank you, Bob. I've always been splayed out, mate. So yeah, this is all about, everyone knows we're into the paranormal, which is going to cover quite a few bases. Gary, actually I'll let Gary introduce himself first. You go, Gary.
Me?
Yeah, for you.
No, you do you, mate. I'm getting terrible stage fright, you know.
Oh, a radio station. There's a host, main host on a radio station for years, a paranormal radio station.
Oh no, mate. No, I am.
The archives of them. Still got a lot of those shows.
You still got those, yeah?
Yeah, I said yeah. Still got a lot of them. The one I was on. I've got your one with Derek Acora, so I'll just send that over to you. I'd like to hear that.
Oh, wicked! Yeah, I'd love to hear those because they used to be on iTunes, didn't they? But yeah, come off now. But yeah, those that are listening, thank you for joining us on this test. These will not be the usual surroundings that you can see. This is just basically trying to get the equipment working, which is strangely easy, Mark.
Yeah, it is very, very easy. I've never used Zoom. I've been invited onto Zoom to do some interviews, but I've never used this is fine.
But this has got this platform's got some cool features on it. We can actually, as well as doing what we're doing, we can play videos, so we can show examples of what we're talking about, which is going to be all kinds of subjects. Yeah. Oh, look at that come up on the screen. That was cool.
Ali is Mandy. Mandy.
Hi, Mandy. Hi, Ali.
Mandy's part of our team and has done loads of paranormal stuff with us. Thank you.
So yeah, basically, the
thank you,
more
Ali.
we get to grips with the technology, the more we can do with it. It's looking like. So yeah, it's cool.
It's pretty good. So when we get a comment, we can just play it up.
Yeah, it's pretty Cool.
Technology, isn't it good?
Yeah. Trouble is, there's more to go wrong, mate, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It's all down to the internet we have, yeah. So,
Oh, don't do that. Right, I've got to adjust.
Mandy, we'll have you on as a guest, obviously. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. We'll have you on.
Oh, yeah.
And talk about psychic stuff. So, yeah, my name's Mark English. Well, obviously you know because we're on Facebook, but it's a public. And we like the paranormal. But we are a sceptical bunch of buggers, me and Gaz. And
But that doesn't mean we don't believe, all right? So get that out of your heads. Skeptic don't mean dumper. We don't dump on it all.
Yeah, do you believe in ghosts? If it's not talking about believing in ghosts, for example. Oh, God, my door just opened by itself. It's only because of Venus. Two texts.
Ghost. That was a ghost, in fact.
Why would you be interested in a subject you have no interest in? It doesn't, or don't believe in. It doesn't make any sense. But we're going to be covering everything, not just. I mean, our main investigation of the years have been ghosts and spirits, hauntings. I need to that word. But we're also touching on UFOs and UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, and anything cryptozoology, if you want to, whatever you want to talk about, really. Yeah, so I've known Gaz since 2007, June 2007. I met him at Paranormal Investigation before Wyman at the Red Lion Pub at Avebury.
That's it. That was the first one, yeah. Yeah.
I've been going to for 30 years, not the pub, the Avebury. Yeah, we've been friends ever since. And yeah, we've been wanting to do this for quite a while. So this is a great way. Obviously, we couldn't really get out much last year because of that. Yeah, introduce Mr. Gary Brown.
Thank you very much, sir. No, as Mark said, we met at the Red Lion at Avebury, and I'd been into the paranormal for years before that, but I'd never really done these public investigations before. You know, it was all my sort of private stuff that I was doing, and we just hit it off. You know, the poor lad, he was having a really bad night, massive abscess on his tooth. Yeah, he was having a really rough night. But no, we kept in touch. And when I started up the radio show with Darren and Stuart, we always had Mark on as a guest. Some of the Spiral team, Mandy's been on as well.
Yeah, 10, 11 years ago. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. But as Mark said, you know, we'll stick some links up to some of the old shows. And it's been sort of a progression from there. And we did a pilot for this, didn't we, over a year ago now, Mark? And just to see how it would be received, really, and it was really good. And then all this, I was moving house, and COVID happened, and now it's he is, isn't he, Richard? I don't know why, mate. But...
Am I saying shit? Oh, am I saying crap? Thank you, Mr. Suggett, for pointing it out. I've never had good audio of this. I don't. Okay. How do I sound to you, Gary?
It is a bit muffled, mate.
Muffled.
It's a little bit muffled, yeah.
I haven't got any other mic. The other mic is crap. Okay.
I don't know whether it's your mic settings. Yeah, they're normally pretty good, mate. I used to broadcast using a Snowball, but it might be your mic settings.
Mic audio.
What was that, mate? That's pretty horrible.
This is a test. I'm turning up mic volume. I just turned up the mic a little bit. I might do this in the proper mic, actually, if mic allows.
Right, I've got to adjust my volumes now.
Use that mic in your audio settings on StreamYard. Oh, just do that.
No.
Settings. So
yeah, you might be using the mic on your webcam.
Oh,
You need to set the snowball as default for StreamYard.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. The audio is always covering 2 channels on Facebook. It's good to know. Watching the screen, it says, I'm in a bit of trouble. Now I sound like an alien. Thanks, Andy. Settings.
Yeah.
Once I've done that, what mic?
What did you say you're using? What mic?
Blue Snowball.
There you go. That's better.
Okay, now we're doing it. We're doing it good now, you know. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Bob.
Now we can hear you. That's better.
No, that's where the problem was before. Sorry, I should have. I thought I only had one mic. Yeah. Anyway, you're a filmmaker.
Anyway, what I was saying. Yeah, did all this guff on the radio, and
Thanks, Richard.
And then I stopped doing it for a while, and we did a little pilot for this. And after despairing at the actual butt gravy that is coming out of America at the moment, basically, it's time to be objective on this subject, I think, because there's just so much crap out there, and people are falling for it, and nobody is being objective and saying, oh, this phenomena could be this or it could be that. No, it's always aliens, or it's always ghosts, or it's always demons. Oh. And we've kind of had enough of it. So we're going to be a bit sensible with it, aren't we, Mark? We're going to try and sort of give alternative explanations to it, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I said I was a guest on a guest for the Ghost Club, the prestigious Ghost Club, which is the oldest ghost society in the world. I think they formed in about 1862. And I did have a bit of a rant. I don't like ranting because it's a bit negative, but some of the YouTube stuff I see now is I just cringe at. Demon hunters and this most haunted house. Can we spend the night? It's all about the fear mongering for them, selfishly for the people involved. No serious research at all, which makes me think: do people really want any? I say serious research, just going in with a level head and a rational mind. It's all seems about the scaremongering, which is still a lot of the TV shows, which I don't watch anyway. But still a lot of the TV shows still do that. But that's entertainment, isn't it? That's why I said that. Let's do it for entertainment purposes. I really want to get back to just going in just with a good intent. I keep using that word, a good intent. I don't know. Mandy says things like that. You know, it's just going with a good intent. A little bit of meditation maybe beforehand. Go in and see what happens. You know.
Yeah, these shows that are happening at the moment, and it's still the same old format, and people are. I don't know. I'm sick of it, so other people must be getting sick of it. And it just seems that they want to shock. They want to go in and they're slagging these spirits off. Come on, do something, demanding things of them.
Oh, and I've done that, you know, once in a blue moon.
It's nasty. But this is they think this makes good TV. You know, they think that this is what we want to see. And it's not. I want an objective investigation. I want to know. I want them for once to say, well, we went in, we spent 8 or 9 hours and we found bugger all. You know, that would be refreshing. But no, every little dust particle that flies past the camera, they're jumping on it. And it's just...
Why people still talk about orbs as paranormal? I don't understand that when they've been proved time and time and time and time again. Oh, you know, sorry. I just had to...
I think they're targeting
on cameras. People light anomalies you might see with your own eyes, that's something different. But we're talking about on camera. I just don't get that at all. I really don't get that.
Well, I think.
Oh, nice one from Mandy. Yeah, can't bear the disrespect. Yeah, totally agree with you.
Yeah,
totally agree with you, Zach Baggins.
Yeah, if spirits are real, not saying they are, not saying they're not. They're people without a body. So if you go into their home and start shouting at them and demanding they do stuff and calling them this and that and trying to get a reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think my big, no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. My big thing, and I've been saying this for years, that's why I don't use that word haunted. I don't think anywhere is haunted. I think it's everywhere, as you just said. Spirit are everywhere. I've got friends who are raw psychics, Mandy and a few other people I know. They see stuff all the time, walking down the street. They say, "Oh," they're all telling, because they're not expecting it. They'll shut up. I don't believe anywhere it's a haunted house or going into a haunted mansion. Fascinating from a historical point of view. And of course, you want to investigate there as a location. But why can't you do it in someone's else? There should be no reason for it. You know.
Well, this is we've got to make that distinction, Mark, between what a haunting actually is, because if you're in one of these old locations and you see a ghost walk through the wall and then walk through the other wall with no interaction at all, we sort of put them in classes. Now, whether we're right or not, we don't know. But we tend to think of a ghost as an echo from the past that's visual. Okay, they don't know you're there. Whatever, you know, you just see this echo of a ghost coming through something that used to be a doorway, disappearing into wherever. Now, a spirit is basically a person without a body. Now, you can interact with them, they can interact with you, they can show themselves, this, that, and the other. So when we are saying haunting, are we talking about these echoes from the past, or are we talking about spirits that you can actually interact with? So, you know, there's that side of it.
Of course, yeah. Bear in mind, while we're talking, so I'm sort of flittering about getting all the settings so I know what I'm doing. So it is a test, by the way. It is a test. We try not to take up too much of your time on this Sunday evening. But yeah, it's
switch us off if you want. So just switch us off. It's cool.
See what will happen. We'll have thousands of viewers, and we'll have our own little studio somewhere between Kent and Surrey.
Is it going to be in the shape of a TARDIS, Mark?
Nah. No.
No.
I haven't actually watched any Doctor Who for about 4 years, apart from.
Yeah, shame on you.
No, yeah.
No.
No, I still love it. So yeah, what we'll do, I think what we need to do is probably have a regular, maybe twice a month, start off with, maybe on a Sunday night, 8 o'clock, like we're doing now. It's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, back to work tomorrow. I think it'd be nice, because if we have a regular diaries dates, people will get used to us being there. Oh, poor sods. Yeah. And everyone wants something to do on a Sunday night, don't you? And please, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, all our paranormal stuff and videos that I do, or will be doing, also are on my new channel. That we have got a Spiral Paranormal channel, which I don't upload to anymore. But a lot of those videos have now been remastered. I love it, because it's 2021. We will remaster them all. They're all remastered, and they're on my new Mark English channel, the one at the bottom here. Where am I? There we go. Yeah, so I've upscaled them to 1080p, new title sequences, that kind of thing. Nothing too grand. So please, yeah, come over and subscribe and say hello. But yeah, we really want to get sort of Spiral Paranormal up and running again. Talking to Gaz earlier, but as a different format, more of a real raw, vloggy kind of thing, like a lot of doing, but still going in with the proper attitude and the proper intent, you know, and not all the shouty. Oh, we've got all. Oh, look at the spirit box. Don't get me started on them either. Yeah. Oh, look, it's Radio 1. But yeah, there's a lot wrong. There's a lot wrong. But then again, it's one of those subjects you can't. No one's right. It's really hard to sort of say, well, you get your opinion across, but it's an opinion because it's something that's not proven.
Yeah. So, but also there's common sense
logic
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if like the orb thing.
We know now. That's one thing we do know is not paranormal.
Usually, 99% of the time.
I say 100%. If it's on camera, I say 100%. I've not seen one that even remotely convinces me.
Yeah, well, I'm just covering my butt saying that, mate.
Oh, I say 99.9%. How about that? That's good.
Yeah. We're going to get inundated with orb photos. That's why.
Oh God, I just get sent them all the time. And go, oh, that's a lens flash. Oh, it's a bit of dust. You know,
the other thing as well, guys listening, if you want us to approach a subject, we'll tell you what we know about it, of course, which we don't know everything. All right, hard as that is for you
really?
to believe.
I know nothing about anything.
If you've got a subject you want us to research and talk about, we can do that. Like I said earlier, with this format, we can put video up as well while we're broadcasting, if we can figure it out how to do it. The only thing I will ask, please don't ask us to talk about flat earthers, because it ain't going to happen. All right. I just, no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No,
and that's not even paranormal. Yeah, flat earth, I'm with Gaz on that one. Please don't. No.
Not happening. I did it, one of the last shows I ever did, and ended up, I fell out with the guy, and very unprofessional, but I totally fell out with him. So no, that won't be happening. So any other subject you want to talk about? We're Nessie, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, the thing, what's that thing that's supposed to be on Bluebell Hill, Mark? There's some monster supposed to be up Bluebell Hill. I was talking to Neil Arnold about it years ago, and he said there's something up there.
I know, but gosh, I've got a blank. No idea.
Yeah. Something like that. Anything like that.
That's cryptology. Cryptozoology, is it? Yeah.
No, see, this I insulted Neil Arnold by saying that. He is a monster person, not a cryptozoologist. There is a difference, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. There's something else we're going to have to talk about. So yeah,
we'll try and get some guests on. I'll say we'll have some of our old Spiral Paranormal team. What would be lovely is actually have our Spiral Paranormal team on, as guests would be great. Mr. Piddington. We know our heyday was all 2007 to 2012. Then we came back and did a few investigations the last couple of years. But we like to get it really going again. I think we need to return and show these young whippersnappers how it's done.
We're dealing with a different generation now, mate. That's the trouble.
No, I know it's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen some of these YouTube channels, and some great. The guys are great. They're lovely people. They're very engaging. But I just thinking, why do you think that's paranormal? When it's obviously not. But they're good guys. They're very good. That's the other thing. They've got thousands and thousands of views on their channel. One guy, he's up in the Midlands. They are. They do urban exploring, as well as paranormal stuff, and a lot of stuff with Randonautica, which some people have now heard of. This app called Randonautica, which I wouldn't mind trying, but I need someone logical big with like Gaz, or someone big like Al. And they're very engaging. They're really good, but they get they put a video out and it's got 45,000 hits within a couple of days. So you almost live off YouTube with that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm only just over 1,000 subscribers. So I mean, I've been on YouTube since right at the beginning. I've had other channels right since the beginning, but I missed the vlogging. That came out about 2016. Everyone started vlogging. Everyone suddenly is a filmmaker. Some bloody good ones out there, really good. But I sort of missed not that I'd have been discovered. I'm not saying that at all, but it's just one of those things, Let's get Sean Curnow in for a chat. No, I don't want him. Dan Cornwall lad. Yes, of course. He's lovely. He's Dan Cornwall. He's a really nice guy. Really, really funny guy. A very funny guy. Yeah. Yeah. And people who run, anyone who runs sort of, I'm very much going back to, I don't think anywhere is haunted, but, public events. Natalie Lawrence, if you're hearing the, come on and be a guest. There's people I really like to talk to, which I think will be quite interesting. So if you want to be a guest, or just have a chat, please be in touch.
Be in touch if it's someone who I haven't fell out with in the past.
I mean, yeah. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. How many people did you piss off? I mean, you pissed off most people in that TV show we won't mention, but
yeah, fair few, mate. I've got a few haters out there. So
I've got none. Everyone loves me. I don't. Yeah, we're not. I'm not in it to follow out. We just have a different opinion. We're not going to be into the scaremongering. I think as Mandy put it earlier on, it's really disrespectful. To spirit. If you believe in spirit, it's disrespectful. It's going in. I remember one meeting we were on a public event or helping a public event. Where was it? Up in London. Got it one of our episodes, and they were shouting at this. Well, nothing was there, obviously. This meeting was shouting like his life depended on it. Spirit. I thought, what are you expecting to happen? Just shouting and swearing, I should add, cursing to American friends.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, fuck. Yeah, sorry, mustn't swear. Mustn't swear. So we've got any, have we got? We've only got 5 watching. That's good. We've got some nice little. So it's just a test, really, guys. We just want to see how it's going to go. I think sometimes when we do these, we'll probably find a couple of hours. I mean, a 2-hour show can easily happen if you get into really good discussion. You know.
Oh yeah, it flies by. It used to on the radio. I used to have a lot of list of questions, and a good guest. You need what, 2 questions, and you bounce off of the guest. Other times you get somebody on where you go through the questions in the first 45 minutes and spend the rest of the show filling, because it's just hard work. Yeah. So, I think we get a good subject going. We get some comments because we want you guys to get involved as well. I think it'll be really cool.
It also says here, you can't post comments to Facebook profiles, learn more, right? That must be an upgrade kind of thing. Right. I will give you a B+. A B what? Oh, a B+. Mandy, darling. Thank you. I love how you can flag up the comments. I love that.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I love that. By the way, Mandy, I love that profile picture of you, your brother, and your dad. I love that. It's really nice. And Mr. Suggett, are you going to get the audience to zap in, as I call it? Yes. Thank you, Richard. Yes. Like you could, Richard does his own podcast, the Veg Growers Podcast. People like growing their own vegetables, which is doing very, very well. And am I right, Richard? You have people phoning in as well. So we can have people phoning in as well. It don't have to be live, but if they want to join us live, but they can just phone in, like Richard Vobes does on the Vobe Show. So that'd be good. That'd be good. Been using StreamYard he's been using it for a StreamYard for a year now. It's great. Right, that's good to know. That's good to know.
How many can we get on, Mark?
Sorry?
How many callers can we get at any one time?
I think up to, on the free one, up to 5, 6.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
But I will upgrade to the professional suite. You're welcome, Mandy. Miss your face. We'll do that. I hope I can save this so I can upload it to YouTube. I'm sure you can save the broadcast or download it.
Well, are you simulcasting to Facebook and YouTube at the same time?
Well, you haven't come up on you. That's what I don't understand. It's not on YouTube. I'm logged in. It said, no, it's not. It's not working. But so it doesn't matter too much. I'll just upload it to YouTube. And I'll have it. Maybe I won't fiddle with it now. But maybe it's just gone a bit weird.
Don't normally stop you, does it?
No.
Let's have a look.
I'm on my YouTube channel. It's not on there.
Definitely not on there.
No, unless I'm on. No, I think it's lost the. Sorry, this is not very exciting for people.
It's a test.
It's a test. It's a test. Wait.
The proper show will be a bit more interesting than this, we hope.
Yeah. It says on. Do you know the go-to man is Mr. Suggett? Thank you. So you can download it. I imagine I imagine it's pretty low quality.
Yeah, you should have like a library, shouldn't you? Past shows. I'm sure there is. I think I saw that.
Yeah. I'll take a screenshot and I'll upload this tomorrow. Thank you, Richard. I'll probably be hassling you now. So, how to do this? How to do that? What's this about? You know. So we're going to be the next live show. Just like we're going to rival Richard Felix's lives. We're going to rival all his paranormal live shows. Show these wrong whippersnappers how it's done.
And it's not just. Like we say, it's not just the ghosty stuff.
No.
The big thing at the moment.
Thanks, Mandy.
See you later, Mandy. Hopefully, this big thing that's going on at the moment is the UAP stuff in America. So
very fascinating.
So we're going to be looking into that a lot more because that changes all the time. All the time. There's thousands of sightings daily at the moment. and it's not all stuff that can be explained away so easily. You know, satellites, stuff like that. A lot of it is happening during the daytime, and it's really good footage. So I'll have to send you, Mark, some of the stuff that I'm finding, and we can actually show it while we're streaming. So yeah, it'd be really cool.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be. I've been watching closely a lot of stuff, and it seems to be getting very much onto the mainstream news channels, which I steer clear of. I'm sorry, for various reasons. If you type a comment, we can see it too. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. But yeah, I see a lot of people being interviewed. You know, I see Nick Pope's face all over the place.
Mr. Sit on the fence Pope.
Yeah.
I better not say too much in case he ever comes on as a guest. I can't work that fella out. You know, I was watching this thing on the Rendlesham incident, and he's on one show saying, "Oh, it was definitely the lighthouse. It was the Alford Ness lighthouse that they saw." And on the next show, he's changed his mind, and it's something was going on otherworldly, and so I can't really work out where he sits on the fence. So I think he sits right on the top in the middle somewhere. You know, but
we did an Egghead. Remember Egghead? Well, it's still on Eggheads on BBC Two. We did a paranormal team. It was me, Norrie Miles, Nick Pope, Malcolm Robinson, and a few others. I wasn't on the team. I was on reserve. I got voted on reserve. That was good fun. Nick Pope's part of our team back then. One thing I do want to get on, one person I think will be very exclusive. People keep asking me about it all the time. I'm the wrong person to talk about it. Is all the phenomena in Wiltshire that's been going on the last 12, 13 years. And my friend Rob, I've known for 30 years, he's very sensitive to it all. It affects him quite badly. So I want to get him on to talk about that, because it's absolutely one step beyond. It's not just UAPs, it's a whole lot more. We're talking beings, multiple witnesses on numerous occasions. There's so much to say. I've actually done a video about it where he just touched the surface. And if I can find that, I'll just quickly pop that in the section for you to see.
Yeah, I'd like to. He sounds fascinating, actually.
He's a very smart guy.
Well, we don't hear much about Wiltshire other than the crop circle stuff. That's all we really sort of know about.
That was my introduction to Wiltshire, was the crop circle stuff in a way. There we are, Unexplained Phenomena.
Do you know what? I'm still trying to figure out how to write a comment, you know. I don't seem to have a...
Oh, okay.
No, that's private chat, that one. I want a comment that goes...
Oh, I can't comment on it. Okay. Actually, what I'll do, I'll put on the feed here then. Oh, no, I can't comment. There we go.
I haven't got a comment box thing on here for some reason.
Oh, okay. That's something I need to look into then, so you can...
If I do
there you go. Unexplained Phenomena Wiltshire. That's come up. Good.
Right. See, I can chat with...
We've got 2 viewers. Everyone's got home.
Blame them.
No, don't know. We'll have thousands before long.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to do that, to type, because it's I've not got a box to do it, mate.
I've got it. When streaming to a profile, viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it's friends only. Okay, I think it might be still to do with the upgrade.
Yeah.
Brand. I've got to get a banner done. Well, I want to get a really good name.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another. Oh, Richard is being a star here. Go to comments. You have a private between you and Mark and public. Ah, okay.
Thanks, Richard. Right, so private chat. Let's come up. Chat with the host and other guests. Right. Let's just type something and see what happens. Right.
Oh, there's share. I can share videos. Richard, can I share videos on the free one before we pay?
No, that's gone nowhere, is it?
Private chat. Oh, what's this? I've got private chat here. Gaz, hi. There you go. That's on the private chat, though.
Yeah, I can't post on the public.
Okay,
for some reason. I'll have to figure that out.
We'll look into that.
Yeah. I don't know. Not sure on that one.
I don't know about that.
Right, I've got.
Okay, what's going on here? God, I'm gonna dye my hair, man. It needs to be. Why are you grey? How can you be over 50 and not grey? Or are you 50 yet? Yeah, you are. What's going on?
What's tell everybody? Thanks, mate.
They know.
You destroyed the illusion there now, haven't you?
For all the ladies watching. Yeah, I don't want to give my age away. What's water?
I think you've got a bit on me, mate, ain't you?
Oh, not much. It's not much.
Sure, for you.
Those you feel, but you can share videos from what? But you can share videos from that on what I have. Also, webpage with. Oh, that's good. Good to know. I still haven't got a website. I've got one ball. I've not designed it or anything. Thank you, Richard. On our first one, what will happen is Gary and I will have a real good chat. So, right, what subject do we want to talk about? Or we might find we just see how it goes, But I think it's nice to have a sort of framework of what you're going to talk about.
Yep.
So it could be. I think, as Gary said, this influx of UFOs and UAP sightings is exceptionally interesting. And when I say UAPs, as Gary's explained before, they're unexplained. It doesn't mean they're aliens. I can't. I've never actually quite got into the alien thing because of the vast distance of space. You've got to be talking hyperdimensional or something. You're not talking about traveling through space. Even at light speed, it takes you thousands and thousands and thousands of years to get to the nearest star. So it's got to be hyperdimensional.
Unless you figured out how to warp space.
That's it. Yeah, warp space, warp speed, Star Trek.
Yeah. Unless you can do it. I mean, what is it? What's the example they give? Like you got point A and point B. So right, when I'm looking at myself at the camera, they're the other way around.
And
so if that's a piece of paper and you're going from sort of here to there, that is a set distance. But if you can bend space so that the points do that, then you've warped space. So is that what they're doing?
Yeah. In Star Trek, that's a static warp bubble.
Yes.
Static warp bubble. Geek. It is. That's what it is. It's a static warp bubble. That's what you need.
Yeah. But what got me into it was I started. I had a few guests on doing the UFO thing, and I wasn't really sort of impressed by it, because I was the same as you, Mark. The distance is too vast. Yes, there is life in the universe. I think it's pretty impossible that there isn't. If you use the Drake equation just for our galaxy alone, probably millions of civilizations. Have they found their way here yet? That's open to debate. So I had guests on, didn't impress me. So I started researching some of the famous cases, the ones that you guys probably have heard of, Roswell,
Barney, and
that sort of stuff. And then some of the more obscure cases out there, like the Belgian mass UFO sighting. We're talking hundreds, if not thousands of people saw it. Sightings in Russia, China, the Rendlesham case in Britain, which is known as Britain's Roswell. Really, really impressive case. And it kind of swayed me. So if you can put to one side the interviews you see, some geezer from Ohio in America with a gap in his teeth and a bit of straw coming out who done got probed by an alien, then the other stuff is really impressive. So, we're going to look into it a little bit more with you guys.
I've just posted a video that I did a couple of weeks ago called My UFO Stories. I've got 2 UFO experiences or UAP experiences. So I've just linked that in the comments. If you want to look at that. And as Gary said, look up the Drake equations. It's a fascinating equation of breaking down the likelihood of civilizations, advanced civilizations in our own galaxy, not in the local group, not even across the universe, just within our galaxy alone, which is huge anyway. So it's absolutely fascinating. And people say, go on.
I
got asked that question the other day. Someone said, do you believe in aliens? I don't like to say, do you believe in aliens? That's like, do you believe in ghosts? This is more science, I think, than paranormal. I say, well, the very fact that we exist says it all. There is, I think Professor Brian Cox, the rare Earth scenario. Remember, the only reason we're here really is because of Jupiter. If Jupiter wasn't there, we probably wouldn't exist because it wouldn't have reflected all the meteorites and asteroids in the early years of our solar system. So, you've got to be thankful for Jupiter. So, yeah, we could be a rare occurrence. But it's just like how life became so prominent on our planet, and also the fact that the intelligence and consciousness, although I don't think consciousness is non-local. I'm very much non-local. I think a lot of people think that now. That's the subject that fascinates me more than anything else, is our consciousness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and how did we get so intelligent? Well, some say we're not. So yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. I think therefore I am. Descartes.
Yeah, and why should we be the only life? Why is what makes us special? I mean, we've looked into the tails on the comets now, and we found all the ingredients that block your life, the complex amino acids and things like that. So we know they're there. That also backs up the theory of how did water get on this planet in the first place. They're saying from this massive bombardment by comets in the early formation of the planet, and those building blocks were brought with the comets. So why should that only happen on this planet? And we've got the telescope out there now that's surveying all these worlds, these solar systems, and they're finding loads of planets in that habitable zone, that Goldilocks zone, as they call it, where liquid water can actually exist. And even in our own solar system.
Titan, they still think there could be water underneath. Or is it, sorry, I could be wrong. Is it Titan or on the moons of Jupiter?
Yeah, Titan's around Saturn. The one, I think it's...
Oh, this is a lovely comment from Richard. Yeah, nature takes over empty space. Why would it be any different all over the universe? Good comment.
Yeah, very good comment. I'm trying to think of that moon there. I do my head in.
Why are you thinking? We're on. Think of the billions of species on this planet. Some are long died out and been extinct. It's not just like we've got 100 species. There's about 5 million species of ant. Sorry, not of spider. It's fascinating. So you've got one type of animal, then you've got its group as well.
Oh yeah, diverse.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of that Jupiter. I won't search it. It's in Jupiter. Ganymede.
It's not Europa.
No, it's not Europa.
No.
Io.
Europa, it's not Io. It's not Callisto. It's not Ganymede. Hang about. All right, I'm going to go on the sheet.
It's Gallifrey. It's Gallifrey.
It's gonna. Bugs me when that happens. And you'll see that happening a lot, me having brain farts. So get used to that, guys. It will happen. Let's have a look. It is Europa. It is Europa.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, Europa, there's an ocean under the ice. No, I could have swore it wasn't Europa, but it is. Anyway, I'll take that as a win because I said Europa first, even though I said it's not Europa.
Yeah.
You let me have that one, wouldn't you? So yeah, basically they're saying because Europa, there is evidence that basically it's too cold out there where Jupiter is to have liquid water. But Europa is quite a big world. It's an ice world, and they're saying the tidal forces of Jupiter, orbiting around Jupiter, is making the world do this basically. Yeah. And it's heating up, which is melting the ice. And they're saying it could have deep under the ice, we're talking kilometers upon kilometers of ice, there could be a liquid sort of center to it where life could exist. Now, we're probably not talking people flying around in submarines. We're probably talking very
microscopic,
microbial even. But even if we can find microbes, that's massive ramifications for what else we might find in the...
We could find a single-celled organism and it changes everything.
Yep.
It changes religion, it changes our attitude and our relationship to the universe, it changes everything. And I think it's going to happen we want to be on in our lifetime, but then again, our consciousness goes on anyway. So
they could find it on Mars. Yeah, I mean, just Mars had liquid oceans a while back. It's still got ice on the poles. So yeah, they could find evidence that even like millions of years ago, it could have had some kind of primitive life on it. So
I'd also like, going off the subject slightly, just thought about something, talking about consciousness. Anyone who's done DMT, dimethyltryptamine, ayahuasca, very interested in anyone coming on. It's a hallucinogenic, most powerful hallucinogenic, and it's a natural medicine you get down in the Amazon. But I'd like to really speak to anyone who's done that, because something I'm considering. I think it'd be very interesting.
The old magic mushroom stuff, is it? Or...
Yeah, it's a plant medicine. It's a plant medicine. It's not a drug. It's a plant medicine. Still banned everywhere. You know, because people just, for a lot of our sort of governments took a little bit of that, there'd probably be a much peaceful world. But there you go.
Yeah, all the stuff's banned, isn't it?
So it's 10 to 9. What do you reckon? Do you want to wrap it up now? We'll sort of,
we'll get an idea of what they're going to be getting.
I'm excited because it's working really well. Our first attempt working is. Thank you, StreamYard. It's really easy to use. Really easy to use.
Well, impressive.
You know, we'll try and maybe do one. I might do one next week. We'll see. You know, see how Gary's feeling. We work odd hours because I work in the theatre industry, so I'm work. You know, at the moment we're just working Monday to Friday until we get the theatres back open and everything. After that, I could be working Sundays, but we'll work around that. Yeah, so with Gary here, he does odd. You know, can sometimes do odd hours, can't you? So
yeah, I'm on call out most of the time, so I could get whisked off in the middle of a show and I've got to go. But yeah, we'll figure it out, mate. If we can do one next week, we'll pick a subject.
Okay.
We'll just have a general chat about the paranormal and go from there.
Yeah, I need to work out why it's not. I will upgrade. I want to know why it's not on YouTube. I should be on YouTube, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you very much for joining. Any last words, Mr. Gaz?
No, take care of yourselves, guys. And as I say, remember that it's your show. We're going to talk about what you guys want us to talk about. And onwards and upwards, mate. What do you think? I think that's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, if you want to come on, have a chat, please do. Any subject, you know, if it's relevant to that week. Or maybe we have a conversation about a chat and then the last half hour just general questions or something like that would be quite nice, you know. Yeah. As Mr. Suggett said, you know, it's good to have a framework, and I think that's correct, you know, and he's more experienced with this kind of thing than I am. So yeah, I'll that's really good. Yeah, StreamYard is awesome. Yeah. It is. Well impressed. He's after patronage. Yeah. Thank you, Richard, for your help with that. That's really appreciated. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us, guys. I'm going to come off and a quick chat with Mr. Brown off camera. See how he's happy with it. Yeah, and we'll see you guys soon. See you go. Hopefully next week I'll get a proper logo and we'll sort that out. I'll have a proper look at this and get everything up and running. Right. Cool. Sounds good. Lovely. Whatever you're doing, have a nice week, and we'll speak to you later. Cheers, guys. Bye. End broadcast.